Hey everybody, Todd here. I want to show you all the Helios D35 Dehumidifier from Alorair. I'm going to go over a couple things. The packaging, I'm going to talk about my initial impressions on overall quality, the controls, and also performance. I got a little test set up here in the garage, so I'll give you a rundown on how the outcome came out. First, let me highlight a couple features of the unit itself. This is an Energy Star appliance. It does use 25% less electricity, so that's really nice to have in the household. Additionally, very quiet operation. It operates at less than 52 decibels, so you don't have some loud noise, loud fan that's constantly blowing. Very quiet operation. That's nice to have as well. Additionally, from a controls perspective, simple, intuitive controls, no issues out of the box. You can turn it on, set your relative humidity, your target set point, and let it operate. It's very easy to use from a controls perspective. So this is perfect for smaller spaces, up to 1,000 square feet, crawl spaces, basements. If you have a sealed attic, small bedrooms, small apartments, it's nice for those if you have any kind of need to dehumidify the air. So let's jump into the packaging itself. The cardboard box that it arrived in is a double wall corrugated cardboard box. Very solid. You have some nice lettering on the side in big bold letters. Fragile, do not drop, handle with care. So very nice box. Additionally, the unit itself did come wrapped in a plastic bag for a little bit of protection. But more importantly, you have styrofoam that is molded specifically for this unit, and it encased it on the top and the bottom. And that right there really gave a good layer of protection there. But an additional layer of protection come from all four corners. You had a single solid piece of angled corrugate that was placed on all four corners inside the box. So that really gave that multiple layers of protection. It arrived with no issues, opened it up, pulled the unit out, and it was just ready to go. So an A+ from Alorair from a packaging perspective. Initial impression on the quality, I've got 3 other Alorair dehumidifiers. Those are all rugged, well-built machines, so happy from that perspective. This is no exception. I really like the built-in handle. Nice quality, nice touch there. You also have 4 rubber feet on all 4 corners that can protect any surface that you set it on. If you set it on tile, wood, countertops, no concerns with damaging the wood or the surface that you're setting it on. That's nice. It does come with a 6-foot drain hose. I don't have it plugged in right now because I'm actually capturing all the water as part of the test in a bucket. And I've got a separate bucket here for a separate test. I'll show you here in a second. But here's the drain port here. This does not have an onboard pump, so it is continuously draining, so be mindful of that. On the back side, you also have a large access port to be able to get into your filter. And I can pull the filter down here, so you have a large filter. That way you can take care of routine maintenance that you need to from a filter perspective, or even cleaning your coils. So no disappointment there from the quality build on Alorair's part, so happy about that. Controls, as I said, very simple, very intuitive. You got the on-off button. You have your up and down arrow. That's for setting your set point for relative humidity, or if you have it in GPP mode, you can set that. This has also a continuous operation mode, so regardless of what the relative humidity is in the area, it will just continually knock out as much moisture. So right now I've got it in continuous operation mode. You can see that by illuminated on the second LED light here. Additionally, this does have a auto defrost. So when the unit senses that it is frosted, it will run through a defrost cycle, and it will show you that it is running the defrost cycle there. So that's nice to have. So from a controls perspective out of the box, no issues. Very simple. As I said, intuitive, easy to use. So very happy, A+ from that perspective. Now lastly, how does it perform? We actually set this up in my garage. The garage is approximately a little over 700 square feet. It's a 3-car garage. We have humidity issues in here. So at the start of the test, it was 80 degrees Fahrenheit and 76% relative humidity. After only 17 hours, the humidity had decreased down to 55 to 56% relative humidity, and it's still dropping at this point. And I also have an independent humidity sensor that I also compare those numbers to those results, so it is accurate. So, and the readout here, you can see it going between 55 and 56% relative humidity there. So nice to have from that. As you look at the condensate levels, you know, at the start of the test at the higher humidity levels, this is the first 2 hours. So you can see the water level here. This is almost 64 ounces of condensate that was dropped out. And this thing is continuously filling up a bucket here as it works to drop the humidity in this space. So overall, very satisfied with this. It's a very durable, very efficient, and extremely user-friendly unit. Go check it out. I know it'll be great for your space.